Greetings and welcome to the channel. You are tuned in to the North Node Oracle. If you are a returning Oracle, welcome back. In this reading, we're going to be tapping into the energy of how does your manager or boss view you? We have three different groups to choose from. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Always remember that this is a timeless reading, so whenever it comes across your feed is when it is right for you. This is also a general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Cast your gaze on the different groups and I will see you inside. Greetings. If you chose group number 1, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to be tapping into the energy of how does your boss or manager view you, group number 1. Also, this could also be for, let's say you're collaborating with people. This is going to be how they view you as well. Okay? But let's go ahead and get some story dice. And let's figure out, let's take a look at how does group number 1's boss, manager, or possibly people they work with view them. This is going to be a little loud at first. All right, we have the moon. We have a teddy bear. And we have a bike. Okay, so group number 1, what I'm getting here is that your boss or manager views you as someone who doesn't show all your cards here. With the moon here, the moon talks about operating in secrecy. Also, obviously, the moon could talk about being sleepy because we have these Z's here. The people that you're working with could possibly be seeing you as ready to take up another opportunity here and maybe not talking about it with them. I mean, they could also see you as someone who is tired of working in the same position here. What I'm seeing here with the bear is the people that you work with or your boss, and manager, they see you as someone, I'm not going to say you're cuddly here, but it's almost as if you are ferocious here and you're not showing your cards. With the bike or with the bicycle, like I said, they're seeing you as someone who may be traveling away from them at some point in time. Are some of you looking for another opportunity? In sales, they have a term that it's always be selling, right? Or always be searching, meaning that, they could be seeing you as someone who, they could be seeing you as someone who could be looking for other opportunities. Another thing that I'm getting here, group number 1, is that your manager or boss is seeing you as someone that they could have slept on here. This could be an ex-boss. This could be someone who didn't really see your talents when you were working with them, right? They could be sleeping on you right now here. What I'm also seeing, group number 1, is that your boss or manager could be seeing you as someone who is possibly missing out on an opportunity that they're trying to give here. So I guess let's pay attention to see if there are opportunities in your current position. Let's go ahead and get some cards in regards to how group number 1's boss or manager views them at this time. How does group number 1's boss or manager view them at this time? Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So they could be looking at you as, a good investment here. What I'm hearing here is there could be some behind the scenes talk of investing in you. Or again, what I'm getting, group number one, is you could be giving off the energy that you are growing something somewhere else here. Because we can see this little plant here on top of the earth, but there's Seven Pentacles under here, these seeds. So they're viewing you either as a good investment or someone who is investing in something somewhere else. We have the Chariot. So I'm hearing something about making a move here, making a quick move, because after the Chariot, we have the Eight of Wands here. Your boss or manager views you as, again, someone who, like I said, could be having something going on. This bear, this face right here, could also mean that you're very pleasant to work with, or you're pleasant to be around, but there's something here that I'm seeing that could be under the surface. Now, this could be an opportunity coming in for you, group number one. Eight of Wands, speaks of voicemails, text messages, emails. And again, what I'm seeing is that you could be being looked at right now as a good investment. This could also be people who want to work with you, group number one. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. This talks about give and take. It talks about reciprocity, group number one. Your boss or manager, again, could be looking at you as someone who they want to come towards, and they want to maybe invest in you here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords here. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Moon. So we have the Moon twice, group number one. What I'm getting strongly is that there is definitely behind the scenes talk of coming forward to you here in regards to maybe an offer. When I cut the deck open, I got the Queen of Swords, but then I also got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, if this isn't them coming forward, you're being seen as someone who, you're being seen as someone who is very valuable here. I'm getting a scenario where maybe they don't have the funds to extend something to you, group number one. I'm getting here that, the people that you work with or your boss or manager sees you as someone who makes really good choices here. Makes, really good choices. You also have good boundaries here in regards to, maybe the people that you work with, or, your work-life balance here. There's definitely something, though, going on behind the scenes here, because we have the Moon 2 times in your reading, group number one, in regards to how your boss or manager views you here. What I'm getting is the energy of whatever the project is that you're working on, or the company, or whatever it is, that there's something where they want to move away from choppy waters, and they're feeling like you just may be the person to help them do that. I'm also hearing, though, that there's a choice between you and someone else. How does your boss or manager view you? And again, it's something that is behind the scenes, because we got the Moon and we got the Seven of Pentacles. It's like taking a step back and looking at their investment here. Now, we do have the Four of Cups, you know, that talks about a missed opportunity here. Okay, and here's the good investment. I was just thinking to myself that we didn't have the Ten of Pentacles, which talks about, you know, good returns on your investment. We only had the Seven of Pentacles, but this is putting it in the ground and growing it. This right here is it actually coming to fruition. So how you're being viewed by your manager or boss, group number one, is that you are a good investment. Someone wants to invest in you, or they're thinking about investing in you. However, you know, there could be a choice between you and someone else, or between you and something else here. But you do have the skills that want them to come towards you. However, they are afraid that if they wait too long, you know, you just might walk away from this situation here, even though, you know, maybe you feel like you may be stuck in a situation. They know that you have the skills to move forward and to be in a greater position, group number one. And that is how your boss or manager views you, group one. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I will see you again in the next reading. If you chose group number two, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy surrounding how your boss or manager views you, group number two. If you pick the rose quartz, always remember that this is a timeless reading. Whenever it comes across your feed is when it is right for you. This is also a general, so take what resonates and don't let it take from you. We're going to start off with the story dice here, trying to figure out how does group number one's boss or manager view them. All right, so what I'm getting by that die falling is that you make really quick decisions, group number one. Now, we're going to find out if that's a good or a bad thing, but what I'm getting is that you definitely make very quick decisions. We have the Magnet, we have an Alien, and we have, let's see, I watch your ears. We have Fireworks here. So group number two, what I'm seeing is overall, the people that you work with, your manager or your boss, they look at you as someone who is very magnetic. They also look at you as someone who may have very out of the box solutions to problems. They're looking at you as the type of person who isn't afraid to step forward and make decisions. Like, I'm hearing that there are protocols or ways that they do things, and sometimes you use critical thinking and you're not by the book, so you make decisions that they may or may not like, but a lot of times they're surprised at how they turn out here. Another thing that I'm getting is that I'm getting Uranus and I'm getting Aquarian energy here with you, group number two. So your boss or your manager, again, looks at you as someone who really thinks out of the box and who, you know, is very different from a lot of the people that they've worked with here. All right, let's get a little more here. I'm hearing something about communication styles too, group number two. Your boss or manager may feel like, again, like you or your communication style is a lot different from, you know, how they actually teach or what the culture of the company is. But group number one, okay, there may be messages in group number one. So group number two, your boss or manager views you also as someone who stands out, like I was saying, from the crowd, someone who doesn't necessarily stick to the protocol all the time here, but the decisions that you do make somehow stick. With the magnet, dice, what I'm getting is that, again, you have people attracted to you work-wise, meaning people listen to you. How does group number two's boss or manager view you? Yeah, they view you as someone who is emotionally stable. They view you, again, as someone who... They're viewing you as someone who's not easily stressed out. It's like you could be a lead, or it's like when you're front facing here, you are very grounded, group number two. Your boss or manager looks, or people that you collaborate with, look at you as someone who is very grounded here. And what's funny is that we have the Hermit. The Hermit talks about things that we do every day, because it talks about the sixth house of, our astrological charts in Western astrology. So it talks about Virgo. So you're being seen by your bosses and managers as someone who is very stable, someone who knows the rules, but you know the rules so well that you know how to bend them. Also, again, what I'm seeing here is they see you as very victorious in what you do. They see you as emotionally stable as well here, group number two, which is interesting because with the alien, there's something that it's like you think out of the box. I'm hearing that you have specific solutions here. You could be, I'm hearing, a company that has marketed themselves in a way for so long, and then you come in with a different plan and you have them change their brand or something like that. Or you could be the type of person where they had a certain brand, and when you came along, they decided to make their brand something a little different. All right, how is group number two being viewed by their boss or manager? We have the Nine of Cups here. We have Capricorn here. And we have the Death card. That's pretty strong. So group number two, you're being viewed by your boss or manager as someone, again, who is a hard worker, someone who is emotionally stable, someone who knows the rules, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is definitely a protocol person and someone who goes by the book. But then we also have we have the alien, and we have the star. We have the star here, group number two, which talks about Aquarian type things here. You could have breathed life into a new company here. You could have come along and totally changed a boss's or, someone in leadership's view of what they want their company to look like because of how you are, because you think outside of the box here with this alien and with these fireworks right here, group number two. With this Nine of Cups also, what I'm seeing is, again, even though you may not follow the protocol to the T because you have your own ideas about leadership or however it is that you run your position, there's something very transformative, and there's something that works here, and it's big on you being someone who has very good leadership skills, you being emotionally stable here, you also, again, knowing how to do something every single day here. You may be a person that can type up protocols or rules or mission statements or something like that. You look at them and they're dressed in, this business cash attire. It's like, to me, what I see is all these winds up here. Could be a small offer coming from your boss or manager here in regards to you being at the forefront or the helm. What is it, the helm or the helm of something? How does group number two's boss or manager view them? So what I did see that came out is I did see the Queen of Pentacles, which we also have the King of Pentacles there. You know, counterparts. It talks about balance. It talks about I'm seeing masculine and feminine aspects of a position here. It's like, you know how to, again, it's like the way that you do the way that you move in the position that you're in is very, very balanced here. And that's why you're being seen, you know, from your boss or manager as someone who has great leadership skills. Last card here, we have the Six of Pentacles. They see you as a gift, and they also see you as someone who gives a lot, who gives your all to whatever it is that you are doing. Group number two. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you never cease to amaze the people that you work with here, and if they haven't said it, this is how they do feel about you. Okay, that's how you're being viewed by them, always working on your craft. And very innovative, group number two. Well, that is the message that came through in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I'll see you again in the next reading. If you chose group number 3, then this is going to be your reading. We're going to be tapping into the energy of how your manager or boss views you. Group number 3, we have the... I always forget this, forget the name of this. This is pyrite, or they call it fool's gold here. So when I threw your story dice down on the carpet, because it could be a bit loud here, your manager or boss is viewing you as a teacher here, because we have the ABC, we have the apple, and we have the phone here. You could always, you know, be on your phone at work, or you could always be in communication with your boss or manager. This could also talk about you being a great communicator here. But that's how, overall, how they are viewing you right now. There's something about you being, you know, a teacher in regards to whatever it is that you do at your position here. How does group number 3's boss or manager view them? Also with the A, B, and C here, what I'm getting is you could be very precise at how you do your job. You know, when I say precise, I'm thinking about like protocols and things that have to be done a certain way. Like, this is how you start, you know, kind of like an opening and closing protocol. When you open the spa, what is the first thing you do? You know, when you close the spa, what is the first thing that you do? You seem like the type of person that's very, very good at that type of stuff, or open and closing whatever it is, the store or the farm or whatever it is here. But that's how they see you. You're very intricate in the way that you work here. We're starting your reading here off with the Page of Cups. They're viewing you as someone who is very willing to learn. They're also seeing you as someone who may have started off small, but they do see room for growth here. Not saying that, you know, you need to improve, but they're seeing that you have a lot of potential here, you know, especially if you continue to go on the route that you're going here in your current position here. How does group number 3's boss or manager see them? Yeah, so we got the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a teacher here. So group number 3, what I'm hearing here is, you know, your boss or manager is looking at you as someone who learns very quickly, you know, because we had the A, B, and C, and we had the apple, okay? They see you as someone who learns very quickly and who has great communication skills, group number 3. How does group number 3's boss or manager see them? Yeah, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing that your boss or manager could have even learned things by watching you do your job here. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, but we also have the Page of Wands. We have 2 pages here, which makes me think that you could be, like I said, maybe, you know, in the beginning of an older position or the beginning of a newer position. But with this Ace of Pentacles here, this talks about an offer of stability here. Someone could be looking at giving you more responsibility. Now, I don't know your life. That could be something good or bad for you, depending on, you know, where you are in your life and what you want and how you're working towards your goals. Also, this reading could pertain to partnerships as well. Okay, now with the page, like I said, the pages, you know, there's small offers here. They're viewing you as someone who has a lot of growth potential, because we have this Knight of Wands here. You know, the Knight of Wands talks about stability. It talks about doing something over and over again, you know, treading ground here, putting the seeds down, you know, almost there. You see how the Knight of Pentacles is right outside of the city, getting ready to bring that pentacle. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles here. And then with the Page of Wands here, the Page of Wands talks about inspiration. It talks about a spark here. You know, your boss or manager is seeing you as someone inspirational. They're seeing you again as someone who has great potential to step into a higher position here. Yeah, your boss or manager is seeing you as the Empress. They're seeing you as someone who is creating something for themselves, creating a new beginning for yourselves, you know, with where you are, you know, the company, or even for yourself here. You know, you're being seen again as someone who is lucrative, someone who produces things here. Keep going back to the teacher here and something about communication here. I don't know if some of you are wanting to get into communications with you know, your current position. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. So we moved from the Page of Wands to the Ace. So again, so we started off, so they see you as, you know, possibly a page, meaning that you're learning, but you definitely have potential to step up and be offered more responsibility or a larger stake in the company or the business or wherever it is that you are. Because the Ace of Wands, so we have a spark here with the page, but with the Ace, we literally have, you know, the leaves growing out of this wand here. We have the actual ignition of something. Then under, so look at, so you have pretty much all of the aces, group number 3. So what I'm getting for you is you could possibly be on the lookout for some type of move in your position, because we have all of the aces here, which talks about new beginnings, something that will make you very happy here. Your boss has also had clarity in regards to what you have to actually offer here with the company, and it has to do with your communication style. Are some of you going to be public speakers or spokesmen for something? This could possibly, maybe it hasn't happened yet, but it could be in the cards. Okay, now we have the Death card. The Death card talks about transformation. It talks about something taking form, something being different than it once was, group number 3. Your boss is seeing you as someone who is very transformative. Now, what I'm getting here with the transformation, because we have all the aces, we have the Empress here, I'm hearing steady with that King of, or that Knight of Pentacles, meaning that you're slowly moving towards some type of transformation, for the place in where you give them your gifts here. If you change, your position, of course, that's going to be changing you from being a page for you to being in a different position here. Now, we do have the 7 of Swords here. The 7 of Swords not only talks about dishonesty, but in this reading here, it talks about strategy here. What I'm seeing is that your boss and manager or whoever it is that you work with could be looking at ways, they could be coming up with a strategy on where to put you or where to offer you a position. I'm literally seeing someone with a chessboard, not with real chess pieces, but with you and how you could, your skills, how they could be optimized to the best of your ability. Because what I'm getting again is there's something about you and your communication skills here. It's like someone has clarity on something and they're strategically trying to place you in the right place. And at the end of your reading, group number 3, we are leaving this reading with the 9 of Pentacles and the Fool, which talks about abundance. It talks about starting something anew, moving forward. That's why we have all those aces. It talks about growing things in your garden. What I'm seeing, group number 3, is the possibility of a move to some type of higher position. A move from the page here to some aces to Empress here. Empress is all the queens. It may be taking a little while, but that's what I'm seeing here. And this could have to do with something with your communication skills and how you communicate and how, or maybe even you being a teacher, group number 3. So you're being viewed, group number 3, as a hot commodity. Well, that is the message that came through in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. One more thing I'm getting, group number 3, is you could also be being viewed as, a risk taker, or your boss or manager could be viewing you as a risk in putting you into a different position here. And that's why things could be happening behind the scenes. But that is the message that came through in this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the North Node Oracle, and I'll see you again in the next reading.